and welcome back to Cinematic Universe, everyone. My name is Ernesto Martinez, and joining me once again for the second time in a row, Damon Hawk. How are you, man?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I am great. So now we now we have the third episode of Agent Carter, Time and Tide. That is the title of it. In this episode, we see Agent Carter and Jarvis going on an undercover mission where they believe they've found the location of Stark's stolen technology. And along the way, we see the troubles of trying to keep this covert mission, well, covert, while Agent Carter balances her personal life, where she's living, and her work life. And then we also get a little revelation into Edwin Jarvis' past and why he works for Tony Stark in the first place.
God, I like just about everything about it. I like the fact that it doesn't go into. I mean, it goes right into the next step. We're not again villain of the week. This is last time we did this. We're jumping right back into it. I like Peggy and Jarvis together. I think, God, what a great combination. It pains me that we've only got a total of 8 episodes to watch these guys go on their journey. I like the stuff with the boarding house that she's staying at. The very first thing, I mean, obviously, the very first thing you see is a guy covertly or semi-covertly scaling the building, and he goes straight to Peggy's window, and she's ready with her gun, man. Fantastic. I mean, it's good stuff, and of course, she doesn't let him in her window. She says, no, you got to go on to the next window.
She's making him work for it, yeah.
Absolutely.
I like that scene mostly because when it starts, you think, oh, wow, this guy works quick. He found her. We're going to start off this intro with a big action scene. But when you see the guy actually climbing the wall, it's like, this guy's an amateur. This is something else. Because she heard him come up and a skilled person wouldn't make a noise, period. He would actually come through the front door. He'd find a way.
Yeah, and he made a fairly good amount of noise. But the fact of the matter is, they've set everything up so that you don't know. I mean, this could be somebody who's actually tracked her down.
Yeah.
I like the work stuff. I like how she continues to be low man on the totem pole, or lone woman on the totem pole. How she deals with that. How she makes their perception of her work to her advantage. There's a sequence where they've brought Edwin Jarvis in under suspicion that he had something to do with the explosion because they found Howard Stark's license plate among the wreckage. Of course, the first thing he says is, well, I reported the car stolen. Very smooth. The guy is just, I mean, he's like butter, man. Fantastic. But Peggy has to save the day there by bringing up something that they thought they were being very, very sneaky about. But it was really good. It's she takes one for the team because they basically tell her that you screwed everything up and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where the perception of her weakness in the workplace was actually her biggest asset in that moment.
Right.
And I like the way the writers and the showrunners can handle that without being like, while honoring the timeline in which it takes place, but without disrespecting its characters as it goes along. So I like that a lot. It's very classy about it. It was very interesting when they brought up the whole Edwin Jarvis being a so-called traitor to his country.
Yeah.
And it brought out a great backstory that I wasn't expecting.
Right. Yeah, the character development continues to be very strong, and I like the fact that it doesn't feel forced. I mean, a lot of times there'll be exposition, and you're just like almost rolling your eyes. I mean, this is good stuff, but there's none of that here. I mean, it all seems just so effortless, and that's not only a testament to Haley Atwell and James Darcy as performers, but I mean that's damn good writing.
And I like how she asked him about the treason charges, because at first she tells him, well, when you're ready to tell me. 5 seconds later, like I said, when you're ready, tell me. Okay, tell me. And I like that because it eases in without being heavy-handed. It shows that Howard Stark and all his playboy personality is, he has a heart. He treats people right, even though he kind of is a dick sometimes.
I mean, Tony's the same way, and you have to know that came from somewhere. It's in his genes, Tony, to be a good guy at heart. And I like seeing the serious and I guess sweet side of Howard Stark.
And then we get to the last very noteworthy part of the episode, where they find out where Stark's technology is being housed on a tugboat, I guess. They can report it themselves because they have to keep everything covert. That's one of the lessons that Carter has to learn, that she has to maintain that part of her life buried, a secret. She can't gloat about it, because are they going to believe her? She has the weight of the world against her, even though she solved one of the biggest crime conspiracies in the world.
Right, and that was nicely played too, because she's all ready to jump in and say, "Hey, here's the stuff," and he cross-examines her, and it's beautifully done. I mean, the chemistry again is just outstanding for these two.
But then it leads to the part that I saw coming, but I felt bad about it when it happened, which was after they found the stolen goods, they send the bodyguard, the guy who was covering the boat, with one of the SSR agents, and well, he gets taken out. He's the big chubby guy, Agent Krasinski, I think, or Agent Kamensky. That was his name. Which in the show, he's kind of a dick to Agent Carter, making the office comments, but damn it, guy didn't have to die.
Yeah, but then again, they're showing us the stakes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice, and the scene didn't play out the way I expected it to. Honestly, I mean, they're at a railroad crossing. What I saw when they rear-ended him, they're going to push him into the way of a train.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that. In surprising me, they can surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, part of me knew that something like that was going to happen based on the first 2 episodes that we already got. But also another part of me thought that, oh, well, maybe Agent Carter and Jarvis were going to wear a mask and do something to steal the witness away and make sure that he keeps his mouth shut. But, well, bullet to the head really makes that permanent. The whole, the Madam's House for Women, this goes back to what we were discussing about Lindsay Fonseca being on the show. It's okay if she's just there to be the character that Carter talks to on a day-to-day basis, but I really hope that she's an agent in disguise, an enemy.
Yeah,
and
I think you and I both have a pretty good feeling that there's something else going on with her.
But could you imagine if not only her, but the entire House of Women are all agents in disguise, and Carter is basically sleeping in the enemy's nest?
That would be interesting. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy good. I hope something like that happens.
I thought it was very interesting that when for lack of a better term, the house mother is showing around the new girl who takes the place of the girl whose boyfriend scaled the building to see her. The first place that we see her brought is to Agent Carter's room. I don't know if I should read into that or if we should read into that or not, but it seemed interesting to me that that's where they end up.
Yeah, Bridget Regan. So she was announced that she was part of the Agent Carter cast. I don't know of what. All we know is that she's the new inmate. I was gonna say inmate. She's the new girl in the Madam's house. So we still got 5 more episodes to go to see what her character's about. I mean, you don't cast an actress like Bridget Regan and just have her be the, oh, hi, how are you, and that's it.
Unless you're trying to fuck with the audience.
Exactly, unless you're trying to.
I like the fact that he says, we can't afford to lose any of you. I like that. That felt good to me. And the other agent, the the guy who thinks he's David Caruso, somebody told him that he looks like David Caruso, and he's trying really hard to live up to that. He's growing on me. I've never been a big Chad Michael Murray fan, but he's playing the role pretty well. Although who knows? They're doing such a good job with everything. I honestly wouldn't mind if some of my expectations were a little skewed, because when they surprise me, it's generally a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much it, unless you have anything else you want to add.
No. I'm excited for next week, but I'm also sad because that means we're even closer to the end of it. I know it didn't get stellar ratings the first week, but somewhere I read that it was still doing better in the ratings than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was, except for its premiere. I wonder if they're going to look at that at all. Maybe look at the possibility of having another truncated season next year or something. I mean, I know they've said 8 episodes, but damn it, I'd really like to see more.
Overall, another strong episode full of wit, humor, charm, great character development.
Yes.
It is going to be sad that this show is going to end by February. So, that's pretty much all I can say in high remarks to it.
Yeah, but we know we'll have an outstanding self-contained story at the end that we can revisit as often as we like. Cool.
All right. See you next time, man. Bye-bye.
All right.